Any plan to secure Syria's chemical weapons will face big challenges, and there's no guarantee President Assad will hand over his entire arsenal, which the French government has estimated to be more than 1,000 tons. That includes several tons of mustard gas, sarin, and VX, which experts say is the most toxic of all known chemical agents. On top of all that, the dangers of being inside a war zone where al-Qaeda has reportedly grown stronger and where other extremist groups are said to be fighting next to al-Qaeda. Catherine Herridge has the news. She's live for us in Washington. Catherine, what do we know about what Assad has and exactly where he has it?
Well, Trace, a short time ago, we spoke with the head of the House Intelligence Committee, Republican Rep.Rogers, who receives regular classified briefings on Syria. And he says he has serious reservations about whether Assad's chemical weapons can be secured and whether it can be done in the middle of a hot war zone. Chairman Rogers telling Fox that as Assad has lost control in parts of Syria, he has moved the chemical weapons, so the amount involved and their location are the focus of the intelligence community.
It's tens of thousands of pounds of this stuff, which makes it, that's why we're so concerned by just the sheer volume of it. I think there's been some consolidation and moving. I think there's probably a few less sites, but it's still in the dozens.
Also, the nation's intelligence chief, James Clapper, he's the director of national intelligence, telling a conference here in Washington this morning that Syria is a mess. His words, and virtually every classified briefing is now dealing with Syria and any potential fallout from a limited military strike, Trace.
And so, Catherine, are there options? And if so, what are we learning about those options?
Well, given the intensity of the fighting, this is the latest amateur video that shows what we're talking about. This fighting really complicating any effort to move international inspectors in and to safely remove chemical weapons from Syria itself. The chairman of the House Intelligence Committee also telling Fox the most realistic approach may be neutralizing these chemical agents where they are.
The good news is on sarin gas, our technology is really good, much better than it used to be even a few years ago, where we can get rid of it very quickly. We can make sure and render it useless on site. That would be, in my mind, the best way to do this.
That, of course, would take putting people on the ground in Syria to neutralize those chemical agents. On its face, it doesn't really conflict with the president's promise of no boots on the ground, but it would involve American personnel, Trace.
Yeah, back to that tricky dance. Catherine Herridge live for us in D.C. Catherine.